What up, YouTube? Welcome to the Nate Noah podcast, back again for 2021. It's been a while. Introducing the man of the hour, Noah. How are you, Noah?
I'm pretty good. Surviving. Made it through 2020. Hoping for a better 2021.
For all intents and purposes, you may be a hologram because we can't see you, but I will vouch for your existence.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Jesus. For people who don't know, Noah is our pop culture expert and expert in millennial people, that group of people that us older people observe through a lens. That's why he's on the show. You got Kuya Nate here, the experienced voice.
You're the veteran. You've been around the block more than I have.
I got jumped a few times on that block.
Oh damn!
Back in the days, man. Dangerous
You
where
were,
I grew up, Noah.
you grew up in a rougher neighborhood than I, my friend. I
what
think in the suburbs.
what area did you grow up in our city?
East Kildonan, man.
East EK. Tough kids
Yeah.
from there, man.
What? Not in my neighbor. Not in my part of EK. There's a soft little suburb over here.
Well, I'm happy we were able to bridge the gap of the generations, the decades, and we are friends here to just talk to you guys, have a conversation in the public space, and hopefully provide some good content. But we have no plan for today. We're just talking.
No, it's just, it's a new year. Things are just getting started. They just announced they're easing some of the restrictions starting this weekend. So, everybody out there in Winnipeg, please don't go hog wild just because you can go shop for something other than groceries and gift cards, okay? We got a responsibility to keep our case numbers down. Let's stick to it.
Okay, Grandpa.
I do sound like a freaking grandpa sometimes. You know what I realized? I
What's
was
that?
no longer nor with it is when I looked at kids and I failed to understand why they found fidget spinners so damn interesting.
I like fidget spinners.
I did not get the fad.
It's like a
But then
Chinese
again,
relaxation ball thing.
I'm sure my parents said the exact same thing about everything I was into as a child.
Yeah, probably. I look at your
Oh,
generation, I don't understand half the things going on, you know?
the Pokemons, the Beyblades, the Yu-Gi-Oh! What are these kids into? The PlayStation 2s?
Their etch a sketches
The
and
sketches.
their pongs, color televisions. Now, face it, Noah, you're getting old, I'm getting old. It's time for the
Um,
next generation to come on up, man, and mess it up worse than we did, you know?
oh God, that scares me. I think it's going to be an interesting year going forward.
What are you looking forward to this year?
Uh, well, for one, I'd like conventions to be able to open up again, maybe in the future, the summer. I don't know. I got a box of crap. I'm waiting to sell it at the next WallyCon.
For
There's been no
Generation
WallyCon.
Retro, our table, right?
Yeah,
That You know what?
and
Half the
kids,
fun of those conventions, Noah, is not even like the selling and the making of money.
I
I
know.
enjoy just being there with friends as a vendor and just talking to the people coming in. It's an excuse
I,
to stay there all day and do nothing.
I know it's so much fun. Plus, I love going and just rating the 25 cent, 50 cent comic pins.
I'm going to talk to you about that this year, Noah. I think we have to be smarter this year on how we spend our money. You're not
So
a
what you're
spring,
saying is
you're not a
I
spring
could
chicken anymore, Noah. You got to save. Retirement's coming around the corner.
So what you're saying is I should stop buying bootleg Chinese Genesis repros on eBay?
Are you buying bootleg Genesis repros off eBay?
Well, not off eBay, off AliExpress.
I would like to see that one day.
Yeah, I got like three. No, I got like one and two NES bootlegs on the way. I'm not paying for a real copy of Ninja Gaiden 3.
You're saying it so proudly.
I don't care. At this point, in my retro game collecting, I'm not spending more than $100 on any game ever. I think that's ridiculous. If it if it's more than $100, I'm emulating, bro.
Okay, this is my new like buying philosophy this year. I'm not gonna buy as much. I don't think. Like I'm still gonna go to the thrift store. I think if it's cheap enough, then it's worth buying. But like that middle ground of stuff that we buy, they're not the holy grail items, but not like the shelf padding items. That nice in between meat. Like say the $20 games.
Oh yeah,
I'm cutting that out. Cutting that out this year.
really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm focusing mainly on low end items, potentially to flip or just to rescue them from the wild, right? Because they're cheap enough. But I have
Mhm.
like a list in my mind. I'm writing it down in my journal actually, of like top tier collectibles, the top 3 items I want to get in 2021 if it's possible. I don't think it will be, but I'm focusing more on like top shelf stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if we're starting our lists, I would get the Zelda Breath of the Wild first four figure statue,
That's interesting you say that. Which statue are you talking about, Noah?
the one of the princess.
Oh, of
'Cause I
Zelda
love,
herself, the PVC one?
yeah, I love her design in Breath of the Wild.
So did you see my review of that one on the channel?
Yes, I did. Didn't I leave
Okay.
a comment? Damn, I need one now.
I'm just making sure. Just putting it in as a cheap plug here, Noah.
Look, I'm driving community engagement. Relax.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But no, that's see that statue right there. That's the example of what I'm talking about. Cut that out. Cutting it out. I think I'm
That's
actually
happening.
ready. I'll share
Okay,
with you my list, and I think you'll understand better why I have to cut out that fatty part just to get the real
okay,
meat
but
of it.
here's the thing: what you consider high end and what I consider high end are two very different things.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So how much did you pay for that statue?
With shipping and everything, it's probably close to the 200 mark Canadian.
What?
Oh, because
Shit,
shipping
man.
alone on that's like $50.
Oh my goodness, I was trying to buy it locally from like T&T
Do they sell
for like
it?
yeah, I think it's like $110.
Is it the exclusive light up one?
I don't care. I just want the princess.
So no, it's not.
Look, I told you that's high end for me. $100 for something is high end for me.
I think it's the difference in age, to be honest. I'm a little bit more established in life. So high end to me, high end to you is probably what was high end to me when I was your age. Does that make sense?
When you were 26, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. That probably would be high end to me. But if you want to have the Commodore supply, that's okay.
You're looking
Just
down on me like
just don't touch me. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me with with that statue, okay? It's unclean.
hey, don't call me unclean, okay? I wash my hands on the hour.
I'm talking about Zelda. If she doesn't have light up lights and she's not limited in edition, then I just don't want to touch it.
You call me a basic bitch?
Basically. You're such a Samantha.
Oh, ouch.
Some Sex in the City's coming back, in case you didn't know.
Hey, you know what I've been watching a lot of reruns of lately?
You tell me what.
This will actually make you happy. Married with Children.
Excellent. Where are you watching it from?
It's on Much Music of all places, Channel 25.
You're catching it like on cable?
Yeah,
Man,
two
you're
episodes a night.
you're more retro I was gonna say, are you watching it on Amazon? I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. I've been watching it on Amazon.
No,
No
man,
commercials, Noah.
hey, I'm preserving those commercials for future generations, okay?
On VHS, right?
Yeah, I'll transfer them to digital eventually, once I get a computer that's capable of that. My MacBook's bloody dying, battery's going. I'm desperately trying to transfer 8 years worth of stuff onto an external hard drive.
Hey, if some of these bigger YouTubers can like start GoFundMe's and like e-beg for money, Noah should e-beg for money.
I feel dirty doing that, man.
I know, but hey, you gotta swallow your pride if you want to be a scumbag.
Again, that's what Dark Side Phil does, okay? I don't want never be Dark Side Phil.
I also I won't say his name out loud. Shartimus Prime.
Well, no way. He's e-baking now?
Absolutely, he is. I think he is. I'll show you some links. You tell me on the next episode what you think.
Oh, Shartimus, how the mighty have fallen? I used to love that dude.
he called me an asshole for not literally me, but he said there are assholes out there who think it's wrong to give somebody money for doing nothing. I'm like, that makes me an asshole? Well, fuck you, short. That's how we roll on this channel. The Nate Noah podcast, uncensored. Subscribe to the channel now.
Stay tuned for Al Bundy's best insults, as recited by Noah.
You know, it'd be cool in a few years we do like Kuya Nate's best insults.
What can you say about Ed's game room that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan?
It's depleted. It's bombed to hell and depleted. I'm happy you know that. That's a good one.
Give me a quick no Chappelle.
What did you? Yeah, Chappelle. We should talk about Chappelle.
Chappelle, great. Have you seen the Black White Supremacist sketch? That's one of my favorites. It's so insane.
Bro, I lived through Chappelle. Like when it was on comedy on TV, I was watching it on TV. Like when it was a new episode.
That's right.
That was my university years. I'm gonna admit, like the first couple episodes, you can see they didn't really find their stride yet. But then, like when they just almost felt like they didn't give an F, their shows got so much better.
I know. One of my favorites to this day is still the customer service sketch.
Welcome to Pop Copy. How can I help you?
Like, that's why I don't. That's honestly.
Yeah, but they were doing stupid sketches like the guy on your back. What do you call those guys who record things at court?
The stenographer.
Yeah, you buy your own stenographer, and it's just like a little person on your back. That was corny. But then they get into Tyrone Biggums, and they do the Mad Real World. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. You know, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories.
Oh God, Charlie Murphy, man.
So as a guy who, like, you were probably too young to watch that show when it came out. I think you were like 6 when the show came out.
There was no way my mom was going to let me watch that show.
So you watched it later in life, right? What do you think of it, like watching it from like a perspective that it's already old? You know, like not like living through. When I was watching it like live, living through it, this was like groundbreaking. This was stuff you didn't see on TV very much. You know, the things that like the friends in you would have these jokes in private. Chappelle was putting it live to the nations, you know, on TV.
Yeah.
But then you're watching it after it's already been out there, so it's not groundbreaking anymore because, you know, whatever, the damage has been done. What do you think about it watching it? Is it cringy to you? Do you think it's funny?
I find it hilarious. I think it holds up very well. A lot of its humor and like things it has to say about topics, like, you know, in a real world context, are still sadly very relevant today, especially when it comes to things like race relations and stuff like that.
Well, there was like some police brutality sketches. Then look what happened now, right?
Yeah, like nothing's changed. Chappelle's show is still relevant.
That's so true. And Chappelle is still look at him. He went away, disappeared, and now he's the probably most powerful comedian, strictly like comedian in the world right now.
Oh, well, when he disappeared, everyone was begging for him to come back.
Yeah, he did it. It all worked out for Chappelle, and now he's not even really doing comedy. He's just doing I don't know what do you call it, observational stand up. He's just literally talking to you.
But he's so funny and so truthful.
I'm saying it's like he transcends comedy now. You know, he doesn't even have to be comedy. He's just Chappelle. Like Google.
He's ascended.
He has. He's reached that echelon. The top tiers there. Man, he's a genius, though. I think his sketches were genius. He was brave. He had the balls to do it back then, and he reaped the rewards for it. Absolutely.
Come on, shitting in slow motion is still a timeless classic.
Which one?
Shitting in slow motion.
That one? He goes, there's like a front flip. I remember watching that live, Noah, and the funniest thing about it was we didn't expect that. Like when it happened, you're like, oh shit. He's legit like exploded off a toilet. It's hilarious.
Everything is so much better in slow motion. That is one of the many lessons he taught us.
Okay, you have one skit to preserve for all time, and the rest are going to be deleted in history. What's the one skit from Chappelle's Show you want to save for future generations?
Oh, it's hard because like there's two I would love to preserve. Oh, like obviously the black white supremacist is still so outlandish of an idea that it's just hilarious and still very relevant to America today. But there's also the World Series of Craps. I just find that one so funny. Like Leonard Maltin, he was straight out of a '70s blaxploitation film, and I love him.
Yes, that's a great skit. I love that skit. So, are you going with black white supremacist?
I'm gonna have to go with that one. Yeah, that's the more like culturally and historically significant one. But if I could preserve two, I'd also preserve World Series of Shooting Craps.
Well, okay.
No, seven. Oh, you are the damn devil.
Ashley Larry, baby. We met Darnell Rawlings, actually. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, well, he did stand up at Rumors here in Winnipeg, and like he met everyone who watched the show. He shook hands with you, he took pictures with you. We have it on our Facebook page. And
Nice.
super, like, we talked to him for like 10 minutes. He didn't give a fuck. He talked to us. It was awesome.
Now, see, that's a celebrity.
Oh, man, we shook his ashy hands. So funny. Man. He was genuinely funny. Funny man. Okay, if I had to save a skit, that's a hard question. So many good ones.
I know.
I'm leaning towards Black Bush, but I don't feel like that's as culturally relevant now as it was at that time. Like, to me, it's one of the funniest skits. Oil? Who talk about oil? Bitch, you cooking? That one I love personally, but I wouldn't preserve that for the future. Black White Supremacist. That is one of like that is a classic for sure. So that's a good pick. I just for comedy's sake, just because it's absolutely funny, I would do the Rick James, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. That's the one I would preserve for future generations.
Charlie Murphy.
Yo, man, he really needs some help. I was like, yo, we just gave him some help. Oh, Charlie Murphy. He was he his stand-up career after the fact wasn't great, but like he was so genuine and he was so real on the show. I loved it. I loved him on there. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy.
He's up there in heaven.
Making people kind of laugh.
Yeah. He's telling everybody his true Hollywood stories in heaven.
Oh, absolutely. So,
Okay.
how have you been finding 2021 so far, Noah?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of boring. I don't have a lot to do because we've been locked down up here for quite a while, and just now we're getting some limited reopening. You can see you can see two people from outside your immediate family.
Wow, thank you so much, overlords.
For
Stay safe, everybody. I'm just joking around. Stay safe.
real though, I swear, anytime I look at Brian Callister, I see the most subtle, smug smile just always on his face. Like, this dude should have worked for the freaking Empire.
Feels like it sometimes.
He looked great in an Imperial uniform. Get him in one.
He would. But no, it's important. Everyone stay safe. Please stay safe.
Follow
Do
the
the right
rules.
thing. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. A Spike Lee joint.
But mentally, though, you've been finding it okay? Like, I know a lot of people have been seeking a lot of, like, help, I guess, mentally.
Yeah,
And myself, too. It's draining. It is draining mentally.
I know. Like, I've struggled with anxiety since I was 11. And, like, there were times last year where I just fell into a slump of depression almost. Because it just, it was an unprecedented kind of thing. In my life, in my generation's time, we have never faced this kind of thing. Where the world basically was like shut off and shut down for a while. It's crazy.
It's life altering, man.
I know, but we are persevering, we're adapting. If nothing else, human beings are stubborn. We refuse to lay down and say we lose.
Till the end, eh?
Exactly. That's why Thanos' more planet so annoying.
Thanos. He's He's actually said some things too that were very poignant in our current situations. I try to remember what he said though. I'll think of it for the next podcast.
Exactly.
Thanos's Thanosisms that are applicable to today. Oh jeez. Oh, but hey, can we circle back to where we started the podcast about like top tier collectibles and stuff?
Yeah, let's circle back.
I want to ask you, Noah. You have 3 items you're gonna buy this year, and you're gonna focus all your energy and your resources towards attaining those items. And you want to kind of push your dreams, like say what your top tier is now, like where you think you can get, push just a little bit above that. What are the 3 items that you would love to get from your dreams? Like just slightly out of your reach. What are the 3 items Noah, you want to get?
Whew, okay. Let's see. Can I get the Blue Ranger to adopt me as his little brother?
Oh Jesus, we're going fantasy now.
I know. David Yost, man. I met him once. Dude's awesome. Walter Jones, he gave me a fist bump. I got a fist bump from the Black Ranger, man. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Realistically, though,
Like, is there items like a specific item? You can even just talk it out right now if you don't know off the top of your head.
so one thing there's 2 consoles I'm after, 2 retro systems. I want to get a Saturn and a Dreamcast. I've wanted them for so long. I have games for them, but not the systems, and I feel like it's time to rectify that.
Saturn's pretty tough to come by nowadays. I will tell you this too. They're finicky, man. Like I've had 3 in my life, and I only have 1 working still.
Well, that's why I would make sure I will buy from a reputable source and not on, I don't know, Kijiji or whatever.
I don't know, man. I think that it's a finite technology. Would you be interested in like a Polymega solution, like an emulator console? Well, not really emulator console, but like FPGA type console.
I mean, hopefully that's going to be the future of this stuff, preservation-wise, and playing it going forward. But I do still want that original hardware experience. I know, like, there could be there's caveats. Like, I'm going to need to get an actual replay if I want to play Japanese games. I've got to make sure that this drive is okay.
The lasers, man. The lasers go.
Easily figure out, can I replace a laser?
Yeah, it's not really worth it anymore. You just might as well buy a new console. I've looked into it.
And recently I've been thinking, should I get a CDI?
To what, play Zelda?
Yeah, there are actually you can easily get repro copies of like the free CDI Zelda games online for like $13 a pop. Because I tried looking into a CDI emulator, like for a Raspberry Pi. They're all terrible.
I need my essential oils. Your list is giving me a headache.
Don't you take those essential crap on me?
Okay, so
because I can pirate all the games. There's no copy protection.
This is the pinnacle of your dreams right now in terms of like superficial collecting is a Sega Saturn and a Dreamcast.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to be realistic. I'm not going to say I want a Pioneer Laser Active.
So that's just like it's not within your reach, but it's just above your reach right now. You're saying.
Yeah, like physically, I can't afford them right now.
No, I know.
But it's just a matter of like getting one.
I just want you to dream big, my friend. Dream big.
Dream big. I don't know what to dream big on.
Okay, can I share with you some stuff off of my list?
Sure.
Well, there's one statue. It's pretty much all statues, by the way. There's one statue I missed out on for the first 4 figures. 4 years ago now. You know where Link is on Epona?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, it's such a beauty. It'll be, I think right now you got to spend at least $2,000 American to get one, but I would love to get. I'm kind of torn though. Okay, because do I settle for that one when I know First Four Figures is working on a Breath of the Wild version of Link on a horse, like Rider Link, I call it. You know, do I go for the old school one or do I wait for this new one? And I'm leaning towards the Breath of the Wild one because it will be cheaper, and it's the actual game that I consider one of my favorite games of all time, right? Breath of the Wild. But if you go by what the old statue was like the original First Four Figures Epona and Link statue, that thing, shipping alone on that was a few $100 because they had to ship it in 2 big boxes. Like the horse itself is like one whole statue. And then you got to get the Link, which is like a whole nother statue. So you know that item's going to be at least over $1,000 American, I would say. Which is still cheaper than the original Link on Epona, right? Which would be like 2,000 or 3,000 on the secondary market. So that's I'm leaning towards that. What do you think about that, Noah?
I mean, that's definitely dreaming big price wise, considering it's discontinued. And I mean, once that happens, the aftermarket just goes nuts with the price calculator.
See, I'm lucky that there's at least going to be another one coming out that's kind of like it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to get both. Okay, that's it. I want to get both of the statues.
You want to get the original and the new one.
And the new one. That's dreaming big.
Okay, if we want to talk dreaming big.
But not like impossible, right? Like, I'm not dreaming to get Shigeru Miyamoto life-size statue in my house.
Heck, I'd settle for just like one of those crazy promotional statues of like Sonic from like Toys R Us or something.
That's a good one, actually.
Have that in my game room. Just chill with my main man.
That's like the 5 foot tall ones kind of thing?
Yeah.
Those were pretty slick back then. I remember those.
Like, how about, I don't know, like how about like some, how about like a nice wall of like original arcade marquees from like my favorite arcade games. You got like X-Men, Turtles, Alien vs. Predator, MK2, you know?
Dream big. Dream big, bro. I like that. See, your mind is unlocked now.
I know.
And that's just that's possibilities now. You're
like
seeing
not
possibilities.
Talking like, I know I can get a $25 repro of the marquee on eBay, but I'm talking like the original, authentic, used in a cabinet marquee. Like, I want that baby to have some history behind it.
There you go. See, like, your mind is unlocked. I love it.
The history, you know.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I got a second statue on my list. Like, basically, I want 3 statues, and like that's it for my statue collecting career. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, well, maybe 4 if you count both of the Link statues on a horse. Pop Culture Shock came out with this 1/3 scale Sagat statue.
Oh,
it is 1/3 scale, right? So if Sagat is over like 6 feet tall, then that's at least a 2-foot statue.
Oh, damn!
It's huge, and like it comes with a stand, and I think there's like 2 Foo Dog statues that they're optional. You buy them separate, and they're like $400 each, anyways. So I think that statue is well over 1,000 American. So altogether, I think I could get it for 2,500 Canadian. But see, that's kind of like that's out of my reach, but not really as that far out of my reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could reach here. Sagat is right there with the Foo Dogs right there.
That's a whole tiger uppercut above you, man.
Maybe just a high punch.
High punch.
That's number 2 on my list. Which that's the only Street Fighter statue I want.
Oh man.
And I would be happy. Do you have anything else on your list, Noah? One more you want to throw out there? Present it to the wild, man.
All right, if I can dream big, I would love an original theatrical print of my favorite film, The Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh, that's pricey, bro.
I know.
But not impossible.
But not impossible. They do exist.
I saw it on Pawn Stars.
Exactly. If it's on Pawn Stars, it has to be real.
I bet you we could. You know what, Noah? I believe you could get that one day.
That would
if
be
you truly
like,
want it.
That would be like that would be the dream to own my favorite film in its original format.
I think you could do it. I think you could do it. Lastly, I think I have one more, and this one I'm flipping flopping about because one of my favorite games ever, my other favorite games is Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear, like the whole franchise.
Yeah.
And well, I would put Resident Evil, but there's no really nice Resident Evil statues out there, so I can't say. If they did come up with some like Pop Culture Shock or something, licensed it and made really nice Resident Evil statues, I would buy one because I only like official statues. I don't like the garage kits. So there might be a fourth statue on my list, or fifth. I should say fifth. But my official third statue that I want to get. First Four Figures came out with this Psycho Mantis statue, where he's like levitating on books. I'm kicking myself for not saving up for that one. I really am. It's probably one of the most beautiful Metal Gear Solid statues out there. Again, I'm here, and that one's just there. You know what I mean? It's just there. Just out of reach. Of course, I'll be sharing people pictures as we do the podcast. Sorry, no, go ahead.
I see you enjoy playing Symphony of the Night.
You know what? Castlevania would be on my list, but it doesn't crack the top 3. In terms of statues.
I see you enjoy The Legend of Zelda. Remember the GameCube port when you also read your memory card?
Oh, yes, that's right. I was like, where are you going with this?
You enjoy Super Mario Sunshine, don't you? Like, yeah, I do. It's a good thing.
That's funny because my memory card was always empty when I played it on the GameCube. I like one memory card per game.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like to share memory cards. It's gross.
Okay, that's like, I thought I was neurotic. Jeez.
Well, I mean, I had tons of GameCube memory cards. Not all first party, but...
Well, some of us only grew up with one, Nate.
Well, that's the thing. I played it after it was already old, right? Like, I didn't live through the GameCube. I came out when it was Wii is when I got my GameCube. Like, Wii was relevant. That's how I got my GameCube. I took my cousin's unused GameCube and I loved the thing. Resident Evil 4, man, on GameCube.
No, man, get the Wii version with the pointer controls. Headshots all day.
Even with the TMP, I know, because that's the first one I started with. I started playing Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. It ruined the experience for me, I think.
It's the definitive version of that game.
Yeah, not the PS4 one.
Who cares? Who needs HD graphics? I got my CRT.
No, I forgot to mention. I gotta tell it to the people, Noah. He just learned how to record Switch games on his VHS.
That is very true. So,
the Switch has... Let me throw up over here.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna throw up on my Betamax right now.
Oh, not the Beta tape, dude. Those are less common than VHS.
Man. I grew up with Beta. We couldn't afford the fancy VHS players. We had to rent VHS players back in the day.
You know what's funny? I have exactly one Beta movie, and it's the 1989 Batman. I know. It's one of my crowning jewels of my tape collection.
I have a factory sealed ET for Beta.
Oh, factory sealed! Oh my god, that's amazing.
I should get it graded, right?
Is there a grading company for sealed videotapes? I bet you anything there is.
I think there's... Yeah, probably. I'm sure you would find one if you paid them enough money.
I never thought people would be grading sealed video games, but I mean, look where we are.
And the market is huge, man. Sports cards are like back again?
Oh, don't even get me started on sealed trading cards. Pokemon, a Charizard, sealed, PSA 10. Oh, baby, you're looking at thousands.
I'll tell you a story off air that I can't share, but it'll help you realize how ridiculously like real this Pokemon craze is right now.
I know. Is it about how you beat up a kid for a Charizard?
No. This is real life. No, I didn't beat up a kid for a Charizard.
Were you picking on the ninth graders back? Oh, when were you in ninth grade?
I was into chicks, Noah. I wasn't into nerd stuff like you. I was into
Okay,
girls and
okay,
cars and
okay,
working
Mr.
out.
Gathering.
What's that?
Okay, Mr. Magic the Gathering.
I didn't play Magic till university.
Okay, isn't that where everyone picks up Magic though
I
in
don't know.
this city?
Like the guy who introduced it to me, a good friend of mine, Rap. He had a Magic club in high school in Sisler. So they were playing in high school. My high school never had Magic the Gathering. His did.
My high school, the coolest thing my high school had was anime club. If you all at lunch, don't be like, oh,
Who's this, Noah?
that's Flame Dramon.
What?
That's Flame Dramon from Digimon Season 2.
Watch my next pickup video.
Ah,
What's this,
I want
Noah?
that. I'm like I know for sure.
Hold on.
Oh,
I can take off this shit. Is this a Digimon?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I forget his name escapes me at this moment, but I recognize that figure.
I'll show it to the cameras. There's two cameras here. Sorry, guys. I needed confirmation of who that was. But yeah, my next pickup video is like all toys. It's pretty dope.
Oh, I can't wait. Make sure you tune into Kuya Nate and Thrift Dweller. You'd never miss a video.
Do you like that? I renamed this channel Kuya Nate.
I love it.
I want to make sweaters. I love my logo.
It's
I got-
Plastic Rick.
He's giving you the finger. This is all Loot Crate stuff, by the way. I seen on my pickup video.
Yeah, a lot of that Loot Crate exclusive stuff is actually pretty dirt cheap, even on the aftermarket.
Oh, it is. It's because it's mass produced, right? You know who this guy is? Who's this guy?
I want to say that's Diablo.
Yeah, but he's doing like the Battle Jesus, yeah.
Remember, only through salvation can you be saved. Oh yeah, good old Ash Ketchum. I think I have one of those too.
Yeah, these are 1998 Tomy ones.
Yeah, pretty sure I had one of those when I was a kid.
They sell for quite a bit right now if you're reselling it on them.
There's Hypno, the creepy Pokemon. Poliwrath.
Poliwrath. You almost said Poliwhirl.
I'm.
You have to look at the direction of his spiral.
I'm getting so old. I forgot basic knowledge I've had in my brain since I was 5.
I'll show you one more thing. One more thing from my pickup video. It's like I was so happy I saw this. Look at Spidey. He's hanging upside down. That's pretty sick, right?
That is awesome. He's got the Spider-Man armor on.
Well, I think it's just a great variant of his suit.
I don't know. Anytime I see a gray Spider-Man suit, I'm like, Spider Armor Mark 1. What was Spider-Man 1?
Oh, okay. We've deviated quite a far away from our top 3 things that you want to get. Here's my point with everything, Noah. My final point here for that. I will argue if you cut out all the fat, and you concentrate all your resources towards your top 3 items, you go from like just out of reach to actually getting it within reach. Focus your efforts, your resources, your money towards your goal, and cut out the stuff in the middle. I would much rather have a collection of top tier stuff than a large collection of like middle ground stuff. That's Kuya Nate's lesson for the day.
Straight from Kuya Nate.
From Kuya Nate's lips to your ears. Learn from my mistakes, kids.
Don't end up like me.
That's what I want Kuya Nate to be, because I'm older, I was inspired by like my coworker who's younger than me, and like sharing my experiences growing up and stuff. It really does give her like life lessons and exposes her to, or my friend, to things that like she didn't know about. She didn't know about like bare naked ladies before they were in the States. She didn't know about like who's No Doubt. Like really, who's No Doubt? Tragic Kingdom, yeah.
No doubt, that was the band that had Gwen Stefani before she was Gwen Stefani.
That's all people know is Gwen Stefani. They don't even know like the hey baby, that era of No Doubt. Like I love the ska, the Tragic Kingdom ska era. That's my shit. That's like a mystery to these kids. I need to be there to share it with them,
Who Who out there remembers the majesty of the Incredible Crash Dummies and They Might Be Giants?
Ooh. See?
I have that. I have that album on cassette. Beautiful.
See, that stuff too. That's lost on these kids. You know, Crash Test Snow, 12 inches of snow.
Come on, son.
I was gonna sing Snow, but I'm not gonna sing Snow on air.
Informer.
He had, but it's his B side, man. The songs that he had that weren't singles that I love. He had Lady with the Red Dress On, Runaway. What else did he have? His follow-up CD, Man on the Moon. That's one hand clapping. Classics. These kids don't know.
The Batman Forever soundtrack.
Oh, with Seal.
Yeah.
Seal that, yeah. See, there's so much. You guys, if you want to be that cool kid who like discovers a band before your friends do, watch Queen 8.
Yeah.
I will educate.
You should just start doing like what I listened to in high school videos or whatever.
Well, I want to do top 3 Tuesdays, but like with themes of educating people or reaching out to those Generation Xers who turned in their Gen X cards for this millennial badge crap. You grew up in the 90s, you're a Generation Xer. That's what I say.
Why would anyone want to be a millennial? We are so
because it's cool. It's hip. Get out of town.
It's not. I'm a millennial.
I got a friend who was born the same year as me. He called himself a millennial. I told him to shut up. You sound like an idiot.
I'm a millennial. I am not hip. I'm not with it. I have no street cred to speak of.
It just sounds cool to these Generation Xers. Gen X for life. That's how I roll. Watch Queen 8. I'll share with you the Pepsi Challenge.
Come on, you guys even have the cool name, Generation X. What's a millennial? We sound like We sound like a birthday for the Queen.
Sound like Y2K.
I know.
Never happened. It was a failure. We succeeded at not failing.
Or maybe that's just what Skynet wants us to think.
Yeah, this is all a simulation we're living in. Oh my God, Noah! It's been 45 minutes. I think we should wind this down. What do you think? Anything you want to get off your chest? What grinds your gears?
How much time you got? 'Cause I got a list.
Well, save it. Don't go through the whole list. Give me your most important one, and we'll save it for the next podcast.
All right. First things first. This Michael Bay guy, where does he get off making movies?
Hey. He made Transformers. Classic.
Only the first one was really good.
Yeah, I know. It's the only movie of his he made that I know. Anyways, continue.
And Bumblebee was good, but he had no hand in that. He was just a producer. That was all Travis, baby.
It was all John Cena.
John Cena.
I don't know. Where were you going with this Michael Bay thing?
I don't know. It's an in-joke between me and my friends because I really did not like him for the longest time. It's just like, I've grown to appreciate what the live-action Transformers movies did for the franchise, but I still don't like Revenge of the Fallen.
I didn't even watch it.
You really didn't miss anything.
No.
Some good action scenes, beautiful special effects. Story was kind of crap. and a whole lot of weird jokes. Why am I watching two dogs humping at the beginning of my Transformers movie? What is going on? What goes through your head, Michael Bay? Let me inside that hellscape.
Yeah, okay.
he's just been Little John and Whiteface this whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh God. Michael Bay, huh? That's the most important thing you want to get off your chest.
No. For real though, I wanna give a little quick message to everybody listening. We all wanted last year at the beginning. We thought it was going to be a good year, but it wasn't, and it doesn't always get to roll that way. But I'm hoping when we look back in however many days from now, because I'm not counting that high, that we look back in something of a celebration that we try to get a version of our normality back. We'll probably never have a full normal again because things have been irreparably changed. But at the end of the day, I just want to be able to hang out with you and with all my friends and my loved ones and my family. I just want to be with people again. And I know it's hard. I know it's not easy to follow the rules, but we all have to make sacrifices in this. And, those are good. They're going to pay off. I promise.
If you make
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
People have to commit, man.
There is a victory at the end of this fight. And we will get it. Some hell or high water.
Stick to the plan. That's good words, Noah. That's a good way to end the podcast. Be strong. Like, this sucks, us talking like this. I can't even see you. But it's still nice that we can connect on some level.
Contribute to the GoFundMe coming soon to get me a decent internet connection. And a new computer wouldn't hurt.
We'll work on it, Noah. We'll work on it. See? Maybe we should buy a new computer before we buy all these dream pie-in-the-sky items that we want to get.
I want to live stream some crappy Doom-Wads from the 90s. Let's go.
Matt, I want you to sleep over one day and we watch, if we can find it, a full recording with all the episodes of
YTV Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Okay.
With not just the intermediate skit things. Like, I want those creepy stories in there. I want the Are You Afraid of the Darks that were in there, the Goosebumps.
Here's a crazy idea. I think it could be possible to recreate it from various sources.
That's what I was thinking, actually. I was gonna get to that, but go ahead.
And that's what I want to do. I want to reconstruct the Dark Knight.
With commercials or without commercials?
No, you gotta have the commercials in there. You gotta have the authentic 90s commercials.
I want to have popcorn. I want to have fucking pizza.
If I'm not being sold pogs in between Goosebumps, then it's not authentic.
No Kraft macaroni and cheeses.
Kraft macaroni and cheese, man.
I think that'd be fun. We'll do it as a sleepover night. We'll have Ian here and Lester here. They'll be like, "Why the hell are we here, Nate?" I'm like, "Shut up and watch."
We'll recreate the majesty that was YTV Dark Knight.
I think that would be a fun idea. YTV Dark Knight. I would love to recreate some of my late night television watching. Not like that, though. Drambuie Showcase Review. For people who know.
Look, the good stuff only came on Cinemax after 2 a.m. Let's be real.
Hey, man, if you wanted nice softcore Eastern European movies, Drambuie Showcase Review was where it was at.
Man, if you want the good stuff, you had to get more than basic cable.
That's funny. Well, I think that's a good way to end off the podcast, Noah. What do you think?
A lot of my, late night TV would be a great topic for the next podcast. How about that?
What's that?
How about for the next podcast, late night TV memories?
Yeah, bring some.
Oh, I've got plenty.
That's good. I like. We just had to get this podcast out of the way, get back into the swing of it, and reconnect. But yeah, let's do it. Late night TV memories as children. Obviously, not the creepy stuff. The wholesome stuff.
Yeah, like the Teletoon Detour. It's unreal.
Lolita. Let's do that. And we can even if you can find the source material, I can edit it into the podcast, and I think it'd be a fun walk down memory lane with the viewers. I think that would be great.
All right. Well, I got some YouTube searching to do now.
All right, let's try to. I'll try to reconnect. Just work has been really busy with me, so please excuse trying to save some lives here.
You're out there doing God's work, brother.
Oh, I'm not. Don't listen to me. Queen A's just tired right now. Anyways, thank you very much for joining Noah and myself. Noah, any parting words for the people?
Look, don't feel bad if you're saying weird things because you're tired. I never make sense after 10 p.m. myself anyway. It's just a thing.
There you go. It's just a thing. Truer words are never said. Thank you, Noah, for joining us. Thank you guys for watching. This is Nate, Kuya Nate, and Noah. Say bye to the
Keep it
people, Noah.
Stay safe, folks.
There you go. I'm stopping recording now.